What's up everybody, Corey with Freaky Tech Reviews here. So recently I was on the hunt for grips for my ROG Ally because I've got really big hands. And thankfully I came across an Etsy page that looks to have solved all my problems. So today we're gonna be reviewing a pair of 3D printed budget Ally grips that I think you're gonna love. Rob.3D or Robbie on Etsy creates these grips, and he started out a few years ago by making grips for small emulator devices as there weren't many options at the time. After some success with those products, he branched out into grips for the Steam Deck and ROG Ally. And right now, Robbie is just a one-man crew who designed, prints, and ships all the products by himself. So if you do pick up some of these grips after this video, just know that because it's not exactly gonna be prime speeds because he's gonna be shipping it to you personally. But he does offer free replacement products if there's any damage during shipping. Also, I'll include links in the description below to his Etsy page and every product that we talk about today. And while he did send me these grips for review, this is not a paid collaboration and he has not seen this video before it goes live. Now, what immediately caught my eye compared to other grips on the market is how they individually clip on to the sides of the Ally. Using the hand grips of the Ally itself, these grips hold themselves in place after clamping them together with a locking mechanism on the side. And I have to say I'm super impressed with how well they stay on. Considering it looks like they could slide off very easily, they feel very secure and there is no wiggle room. And to remove them, I simply apply a little pressure to the lock and they pop right apart with no issues. Now, I wouldn't just pop them on and off all day long, as I don't think that they would last forever if you did that. However, I will say that they're very durable for a 3D printed product. There are two grip options that come in lots of different colors, and you have the choice between smooth and textured grips. And what I'm reviewing are the smooth black grips and the textured purple ones. Now, aesthetically, I like both colors a lot with the Ally, but I do have to say the black grips just really make those buttons and different features of the Ally pop really well, but I think they both look great. And when it comes down to choosing between the textured and smooth, I'm having a really tough time deciding. Unless you prefer the way one looks over the other, I have to say I would recommend textured grips if you have sweaty hands, as they seem to breathe better. And if you don't have sweaty hands, then you might find the silky smooth feel of the non-textured ones to your liking. Now, as soon as I clipped these grips onto my Ally, I had an immediate appreciation for how Robbie designed them. Not only do they perfectly fit the handles, they are also very intentional with several areas that are needed for the Ally's performance. An example of this is how they perfectly fit alongside the back paddles, giving you easy access to them, and also the slanted cutout on the front that does not cover up the speakers. And after really looking at them and assessing them, there's only kind of one thing that's kind of a drawback on them, and it's that the Ally can no longer easily sit on my recently reviewed JSO docking station, but that's an easy fix by putting something under the dock so that it sits up a little bit higher. Now, I want to give you a reference for my hand size and why I think they're so great for big hands. The base of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 9 inches, and from the tip of my pinky to the tip of my thumb is 10.5 inches. This makes the Ally very uncomfortable to play, because not only are the grips small, when I'm using my pointer and middle finger on the triggers, there's nothing for my ring and pinky finger to hold on to. This is the exact same problem that I have with the PS5 controller, because there's nothing for these fingers to hold on to for me. But these grips completely solve that, because I can hold it with these fingers and it's super comfortable and I can play for a long time. Now, while these are great for larger hands, Robbie did say that he's received some feedback that they are a little bit too big for people with smaller hands, but he has addressed that. He recently introduced the portable grips that are a smaller version of the original Ally grips he designed. I'm a huge fan of this because I like when a company takes feedback from customers and alters their products or creates new kinds to work with that. I love whenever a business does that, and I totally support Robbie listening to his consumer base. These also come in the textured and smooth styles and with all colors available. Now, these grips normally come in at $22, but there's currently a 20% off sale happening right now that brings them down to $17.59. I think that's a great deal, but even if you're seeing this video after the sale, I think they're totally worth it at full price because it's really a budget item that's going to give you so much more usability for your Ally. I highly recommend them. And one more thing I'll say about Robbie, he also has the STL files available that you can buy at a discount on his Etsy page, so that if you have a 3D printer, you can print them out yourself, which I think is a fantastic thing for him to do. But overall, I really love these grips. I cannot recommend them enough. I'm trying to talk him into doing something for the PS5 controller because that controller needs something like this very badly, and there's not really anything on the market that effectively makes them more comfortable for just regular size hands, much less big hands. But these are an absolute bargain, and I highly recommend you taking a look at them as well. And if you do end up grabbing some, would love for you to swing back by the channel and let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and join the Freaky Tech family. I love bringing unique tech and gaming products like this over for you to check out and review with me, so be sure to join the family so you can see what comes out next. But thank you so much for your time today, and I really appreciate you spending it with me. Again, I'm Corey with the Freaky Tech Reviews. I'll see you next time.